listen, we want equality. That's why we find it super offensive if a man were to ask us to stay at home and cook and clean.
Okay, yeah, because women can do anything now. We can work, we can stay at home, we can even make an OnlyFans, and people are supposed to be okay with that, right?
Yes, my body, my choice stops shoving women into traditional gender roles.
All right, I can agree with you there. So men, we're no longer expecting them to provide.
Excuse me?
Like, it's not the 1950s anymore. Women don't have to stay home and be like homemakers. So men, they don't have to be breadwinners, right?
Oh, I get it. You're supporting men being in their soft boy era. That's it? You want us to pamper men?
No, I'm just confused as to why we still expect a man from the 1950s while disrespecting them like a 2025 woman.
Do you think women should be barefoot and pregnant?
No, I just don't think we should be calling men misogynistic for putting us in gender roles while we continue to push men into theirs.
Okay, that's it. I'm a victim!
This skit nails modern feminism better than any debate ever could. It starts as a fight for equality, then folds in on itself the moment logic shows up. We want freedom, but men still need to provide. You watch it and can't even tell if it's satire anymore. She screams about breaking gender roles while defending the ones that benefit her. That's the real comedy. The rules change depending on who they favor. The 1950s man is gone, but the 1950s expectations never left.
Are women allowed to keep the money they make from working? Oh yeah. And is it still legal to beat your wife? No, absolutely not. The system may be flawed, but it is widely unaccepted. A lot of men get charged for it, and a lot of men advocate against it as well now. Wow, we really made it. So and women can do whatever career choice they want now? Oh yeah, the #1 career suggested to young, pretty women is OnlyFans. OnlyFans? Like air conditioning? Is that a company? I don't know. It's this website where women can sell sex, and it's widely accepted on this thing called social media. I'm sorry, do you mean women who get pulled in by pimps and are victims? They're no longer being sent to jail for being literal victims on the street? No, not like that. Well, yes, in some places, but no, it's empowerment. Prostitution is considered empowerment? Why not guarding your body from men? Now, careful, girl. In today's age, you could sound like a misogynist. What?
This skit is gold. A woman from the 1950s hears what empowerment means today, and you can see the disbelief forming in real time. She fought for rights, safety, and respect, and now finds out the end result is selling your body online. The contrast is brutal and hilarious at the same time. She's trying to understand progress, but what she hears sounds like feminism's grand finale: pay-per-view equality. The calm shock in her voice says it all. You can actually visualize and hear history sounding disappointed.
I divorced my husband because I was making a certain amount of money. I divorced my husband because I thought I didn't need him anymore. I divorced my husband because I had this senior position at work and thought I held the same position at home. I divorced my husband because I thought I was better than him because I had my degree now. I divorced my husband because I thought a successful marriage meant I was here and he was down here. That is not success. That's fucking sickness. I found myself divorced and out there looking for love in all the wrong places. Fucking this one and that one and that one and that one and this one and that one. And my body count going up and my value going down. I'm just going to call it like a TI is. All the while, my husband done found somebody else building a relationship and building a life with them. I should have stayed married to my husband. I felt like I was on this dark road with no street lights, pitch dark, and I couldn't find my way and didn't know which way to go. I felt lost. I felt like I was walking barefoot on that dark road with pebbles and hot rocks sticking my foot. I felt hurt. I felt alone because every time he and that one and this one and that one left my bed, I was alone all by myself. And which was supposed to be soft and comfortable for me, my pillow, it was now filled with tears. I should not have left my husband. I am filled with joy now because I have a wonderful man in my life. And although my marriage to my ex is over, I should have stayed with my husband. Now, believe me, he was no angel. But guess what? Neither was I. I just thought I was better than the man. Peace.
This one doesn't need judgment. It speaks for itself. She chased what she was told success looked like: money, degrees, position. and it cost her everything that actually mattered. You can feel how heavy those words are when she says she thought she was better than him. That's not pride anymore. It's regret. The world told her independence would be enough, but independence can't hold you when the lights go out. Feminism convinced her that value comes from status, not loyalty. Now she's living the lesson no one wanted to learn. Power doesn't replace peace, and freedom doesn't replace love.
This might piss some people off, but I just want to take a moment and say, thank goodness that so many of us are waking up to the fact that modern day feminism is a literal scam meant to disconnect and separate and isolate women from one another. And not only from one another, but from the natural ways of living. Like, this shit literally goes against nature. Modern day feminism says that women should be out in the workforce working 40+ hour weeks while their children stay at home with a caretaker, that they immediately get put in the school system from age 5 and stay until they're 18, if not older if they go to college. And that while women have 4 phases of their cycle that give them extremely different hormone levels and energy levels, that they should be doing the exact same routine every day, every week, and every month. I'm sorry, but fuck that. Like, I am down for the boss babe shit. I am building 2 businesses right now. I think women should be running their own empires if that's what they want. But it can be done the feminine way. Women are meant to be provided for so they can stay home and take care of their children and be the actual parent to their child. They're supposed to rest during their moon cycle. They're supposed to frolic around naked and connect to their bodies and connect to the earth and be the caretaker. They're not meant to be in hustle all the time. They're not meant to be in doing mode all the time. We're meant to be. And we're meant to be in community surrounded by other women, letting them support our children as well. Being in community vibes is essential. And what does modern day feminism do? Separates us from that as well, turns women against each other as competitors instead of allies, and makes us work until we're too tired to function, amongst so many other tragic things. So if you're still stuck in that modern day feminism trap, let me just tell you that you deserve to be rich, you deserve to be your own boss, you deserve to do all of the things a man does too, but there's a unique way that you're meant to do it that is separate on a physiological and biological level from how a man is supposed to do it. And learning to embrace that is learning to embrace your true nature.
She's completely right. Modern feminism sold women a version of equality that looks more like burnout with lipstick. 40-hour weeks, constant hustle, kids raised by strangers. It's a schedule built for men, not for women whose energy and purpose move in cycles. She's not saying women shouldn't work. She's saying the system convinced them that exhaustion equals empowerment. The result is a generation of women trying to live like men and wondering why they feel disconnected, tired, and lonely. Real strength isn't pretending to be masculine. It's understanding what makes you different and building from that instead of fighting it.
If a man said these things I'm about to say, he'd be crucified. But I'm a woman, so let's talk. All you hear about is toxic masculinity, but what about toxic femininity? It gets glamorized. Modern feminism has taught women to be exactly everything that they hate in men. Emotionally unavailable, selfish, prideful, lack of accountability. I mean, y'all already know accountability is like a woman's kryptonite, and I could say that wholeheartedly because I've been that woman. Men are taught, step up, be leaders, be men, be protectors, be providers. And then it's like women are told you deserve more, no matter how you act. I mean, we say we want accountability, unless it's only for men. And if the woman's the problem, we just call it trauma. Be patient with her. It's trauma. If a man is considered the problem, we call it abuse. No, I'm not saying some of that is not true in some cases, so don't flip my word. And I'm sorry, ladies, but the toxic dating culture is not trash because of men. It's trash because people nowadays lack conviction, they lack integrity. I mean, y'all wanted equality until it came with consequences. Y'all have a blessed day. This is King.
Everything she said is spot on. We hear toxic masculinity everywhere, but never the same honesty about toxic femininity. She's not attacking women. She's describing what the culture has turned them into: emotionally unavailable, prideful, allergic to accountability. The message to men has always been be better, but to women it's you're perfect no matter what. That's not empowerment. That's denial. And she's right. Equality was never supposed to mean freedom from consequences. If accountability is kryptonite, then strength has to start with owning the damage we cause, not just pointing at someone else's.
Isn't it so crazy that feminism does the exact opposite of empowering women? It is not giving you freedom, it is actually silencing you. It has convinced women that sexualization is freedom, that selling their bodies online is freedom, that having multiple partners is freedom. But what this actually does is exploit you and enslave you. It's funny how feminism actually just gave the worst type of men exactly what they wanted. I mean, having as much emotionless sex as possible, OnlyFans, running around half naked, killing their babies, men and women's sports. How does that equal female empowerment? Not to mention you're warding off all of the good men. I mean, you guys say over and over how much you hate men when you are literally doing the things that please the worst type of men. If you were focused more on traditional femininity, on having one partner, on getting married, on having kids, on building a family unit, I promise you would attract really good men into your life, and therefore you wouldn't hate all men. And every time I say things like this, I get told that I'm tearing down other women. No, the reason that I post what I post is because I actually care about other women and their well-being. You can take it or leave it. But if I were to just let you exploit yourself and enslave yourself to what I would consider a cult, I mean, take Bonnie Blue, for example, that would be me not caring about you.
Most women aren't ready to hear this, because it flips everything they were taught. She's not saying feminism failed because women got power. She's saying it failed because it turned that power into self-destruction. When you convince women that selling their bodies is freedom, you've just rebranded the same exploitation they were fighting against. The only difference now is that it's self-inflicted, wrapped in the word empowerment. And she's right. Feminism gave the worst kind of men exactly what they wanted. No responsibility, no commitment, just access. It's the same system, only this time, women are doing the marketing for it. The I don't need a man mindset didn't create strength. It created a cycle where good men walked away and broken men stayed. She's not tearing women down by saying this. She's pulling the mask off a movement that stopped caring about them a long time ago. Most people won't admit it, but what she said takes more courage than shouting slogans ever did.
This is going to ruffle some feathers, but there is a gross entitlement in women who refuse to go 50-50, who think it's ridiculous to go 50-50. I think it's ridiculous that you think that's fucking ridiculous. Are you literally fucking insane? If you are pro-woman, if you're a feminist, if you don't like the constrictions placed on you by gender roles and expectations, why would you, in your right fucking mind, believe that just because he's a man, he has to pay more? That's ludicrous! Sprinkle culture is diabolical because what the fuck is going on? Treat him as your equal. You guys are equals. If you are going to place any expectations on someone purely because of their gender, that's unfair. It's not justified. Period. Point blank, period. I've never expected my boyfriend to pay for our dates. We will split food. Unless someone offers to pay for your meal or offers to pay for something or gets you a gift, you cannot expect someone to dote on you financially. Like, why does that have to happen in your relationship? You have to have a man that can solely provide for you. Are you insane? We fought for decades. Our mothers and grandmothers and their grandmothers fought for equality, fought for the right to work, fought for the right to be able to be an equal. But you want to fucking financially trap yourself with a man and then call us crazy for going 50-50? Girl.
Finally, someone said it exactly how it needs to be said. You can't scream equality all day and then treat the bill like it's a gender test. She's calling out what most people tiptoe around, that modern feminism has turned equality into a one-way street. The same women who brag about independence suddenly forget it when the check arrives. She's right. It's entitlement, plain and simple. The generations before fought to be seen as equals, and now too many use that equality as leverage instead of balance. You can't demand equal respect, but expect special treatment. That's not empowerment. That's hypocrisy dressed as ideology. If you want 50-50 in rights, it has to come with 50-50 in responsibility.
Let me tell you what I don't like about feminism. Of course, I see the purpose that feminism played in history, and I'm so grateful to have the rights that I do, to pursue any career I want, to have a bank account, to vote, XYZ. But there are also some messed up things that I learned from feminism that had a really bad impact on my relationships and life. Messed up idea number one is that casual sex is empowering for women. Or for anyone. I got this idea from feminism that sex was no big deal, when in reality, and what I've learned as I've gotten older, is that sex is a big deal, and there's no reason to try to disconnect our emotions from sex when they're inextricably linked. And trying to do so is just a nightmare. Messed up idea number 2 is that all men are trash. You guys try to fight me sometimes saying feminism doesn't teach this, but the undercurrents of feminism absolutely does, in my opinion. Messed up idea number 3 is that my career is the most important thing that I will ever pursue as a woman. I was taught that being a mother was a waste of time and I should pursue more important things like having a job and a career. And hey, women should be able to do anything they want when it comes to having babies. But as I've gotten older, I've realized how important it is for me to have kids and how badly I want it. And that being a stay-at-home mom doesn't make you lazy or unimportant or not contributing to society. It's literally one of the most beautiful things that women can do. We literally bring forth souls from wherever the heck through our bodies and birth them. So yeah, feminism has had its moments, but I seriously think that it's time to ditch these terrible ideas that are seriously hurting our relationships and lives.
Every time a woman speaks like this, the same chorus shows up. That's not feminism. Funny how that phrase only appears when a woman disagrees with the narrative. She's not rejecting equality. She's rejecting the lies that came packaged with it. That casual sex is empowerment. That men are the enemy. And that motherhood is somehow a downgrade. The irony is that she's everything feminism claimed to fight for. Educated, independent, free to speak. Yet the moment she questions the movement, she's labeled the problem. When women start realizing that the freedom they were sold is what's been making them miserable, the easiest defense is to pretend their voice doesn't count. But this is feminism's reflection. It's just not the one the movement wants to see.
Excuse me if I don't make any sense for a moment. I'm trying to get into the mind of a feminist, okay? So they want equal rights, right? So whatever that means to them, probably abortion, right? Bodily autonomy. But that doesn't mean equal rights for men, because men still have to sign up for the draft, get circumcised without their bodily autonomy permission. They don't get to hit a woman back if the bitch slaps him. And they have to work in society. For society to work, men have to work, not women. So how in the world does feminism still make sense to this day? Once women achieved the right to vote and have their own bank account, I think that's where it could have fucking stopped. Because what the fuck are you even fighting for anymore? Because it's not equality, it's superiority, it's narcissism, it's vanity, it's nonsense is what it is, it's nonsense.
She's saying what a lot of people think, but won't risk saying out loud. Feminism doesn't add up anymore. The logic collapsed years ago, but everyone keeps pretending it still makes sense. She's right. Men still have to register for the draft, still take the harder, dirtier jobs, still get punished for defending themselves. Meanwhile, feminism keeps shouting about oppression from behind a smartphone. At some point, equality turned into superiority, a contest to see who can blame men the loudest. She's not attacking women. She's questioning why a finished mission keeps creating new battles. The rights were won. The freedom exists. The only thing keeping the fight alive now is pride. And pride doesn't build anything.
Want to know something wild? Women traded family for a 9-to-5 and then they called it liberation. Just think about it for a second. Our grandmothers prayed for husbands so that they could work hard, raise kids, and build a strong home. That was the dream. Security, love, and purpose. Then feminism came along, told women that being a wife and being a mother is oppressive. So what did we do? We left the home to work for men that don't love us, at companies that will replace us the second we get burnt out. That's not freedom, that is slavery in heels. Feminism convinced women that family is a cage and working for a corporate job is empowerment. Tell me this, why do so many women hit 30, are alone, exhausted, and wondering why they feel so empty? It's because you can't outsmart God's design. No promotion will ever replace a husband that loves you and children who adore you. So no, I'm not anti-woman, I'm pro-woman, and pro-woman enough to tell you the truth. Real freedom isn't in a cubicle or a nurse's station, it's in building a legacy. So go forth and multiply.
She said it perfectly. Feminism sold women a dream that turned into a deadline. They traded family for a paycheck, purpose for performance reviews, and then called it empowerment. What used to be a home filled with love became an apartment filled with anxiety. It's the cruelest trick ever pulled, convincing women that freedom means being replaceable by the next hire. And she's right. No promotion, no title, no salary can fill the space that was meant for connection. The movement told women that men were the oppressors. But the truth is, the system that profits from their exhaustion is. Real liberation isn't escaping the family. It's building one that gives your life meaning,